Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're going to be solving equations with fractions. Okay, and the first equation here with fractions is actually a proportion. So what you can do in a proportion is you can cross multiply. So multiply the x times the 2 and the 3 times the 5. We're going to have 2x equals 3 times 5. Then we can divide both sides by 2. Get x equals 15 out of 2. Now you can leave your answer as a decimal. That's going to be 7.5 if you need to. Second equation, same thing. We've got a proportion, so we can cross multiply. So you're going to have 12 times x minus 4 equals, and 1 times that is just going to be that expression. Okay, here we can use distributive property. Get 12x minus 48 equals 2x minus 3. We've got variables on both sides, so you want to subtract 2x from both sides because that's the smaller coefficient. We will get 10x minus 48 equals negative 3. Then I can add 48 to both sides of the equation, and I get 10x equals 45. We can divide by 10, and this in simplest form is going to be divide by 5. You're going to get 9 out of 2. So x equals 9 out of 2, or you can write that as x equals 4.5, but we usually leave our answers as a fraction. Next example, okay, in this case we've got two different fractions here. We've got 3 in the denominator here, 2 in the denominator here. If we want to get rid of all fractions in the equation, what we can do is multiply by the highest common factor, or the GCF, which is 2 and 3 is going to be 6 is the GCF. So you multiply everything by 6, all the fractions will cancel. So we got 6 times 2x out of 3 minus 6 times x out of 2 equals 6 times 6. Everything is multiplied by 6. Here we have 6 divided by 3 gives you 2. 6 divided by 2 gives you 3. So that cancels out, and then we got 2 times 2 is 4, 4x. 3 times x, that's 3x. 6 times 6 is 36. And then we've got, this is just x equals 36 is your solution. Now, I don't think I have enough room here. Perhaps I'll squeeze it over here. These three numbers, 3, 6, and 2, also, the HCF is also 6 for these three numbers. So to get rid of all these fractions, we multiply everything by 6. So we have 6 times 4x out of 3 minus 6 times 2x plus 1 out of 6. Equals 6 times 7 out of 2. Okay? Everything is multiplied by 6. Everything on both sides of the equation. Here we have 6 and 3 will cancel and get you 2. Here the 6's just cancel. Here 6 and 2 will divide and get you 3. So here we're going to have 2 times 4x, which is 8x. Here everything cancels, so it's going to be just minus 2x plus 3. Here we've got 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, so this minus this binomial here is just going to be, you can think of it as a negative 1. And then we're going to use the distributive property and multiply that negative 1 by everything in the brackets. We're going to have 8x minus 2x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is, or positive 1 is negative 1. That equals 21. So we got 8x minus 2x is 6x. So we're going to have 6x minus 1 equals 21. And then to solve, we're going to add 1 to both sides of the equation. And we get 6x equals 22. And then to solve for x, we're going to get rid of that 6 and divide by 6, both sides. We get This is going to be 22 out of 6. We can divide numerator and denominator by 2 and get 11 thirds. So 11 thirds equals x is our solution. Okay, one more example. This is a word problem. Okay, 1/3 of a number is 2/3 more than 5/6 of the number, I should say. So 1/3 of a number. Let's just change this all to algebra now. A number, we'll call it x. So 1/3 of a number is the equal sign. 2/3 more than 5/6 of a number. Okay, so 1/3 of a number is 2/3 more than 5/6 of a number. Okay, so this is an equation involving fractions. Look at 3, 3, and 6. The highest common factor is 6. If we multiply everything by 6, then all the fractions will cancel out. So multiply everything by 6. Here we're going to have 6 and 3 divided give you 2. Here 6 and 3 divided give you 2. And here is 6 and 6 divided to give you 1, so that's like cancelled. So here it's just 2 times x is 2x. This is 2 times 2 is 4. And this is just going to be 5x. Okay, we've got variables on both sides, so subtract the smaller variable from both sides. Subtract 2x. We get 0 equals 4 plus 3x. Oops. Okay, 3x, and then we need to isolate x, so we need to subtract 4 from both sides, and we get 3x equals -4, divide by 3, and we get our final answer written as a fraction is x equals -4/3. That's our solution.